Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Playbook Update Extended Episode 2. And today we're going to be talking about the Boston Red Sox a little bit later, but because I didn't want this video to be 1 minute long, I decided to make a video about interesting win-loss records this year so far. And our first entry is going to be the Tampa Bay Rays. Now, they haven't really changed their roster that much, and I'm curious to see what's going to happen to them the rest of the season. Their good fortune right now could because of the Orioles, who are just god-awful, and then there's the Toronto Blue Jays, who either have their championship window completely shut or almost shut, really. The Red Sox, we're going to talk about them a bit later, but the Yankees are, well, they're the Yankees. They're crushing everybody's dreams. Interesting thing about the Red Sox, though, is that the Red Sox actually do fairly well against the Tampa Bay Rays. The next team we're going to be talking about is the Minnesota Twins. And the Twins are really good this year, actually. And it's pretty much because they're in a weak division. And that division is pretty much who's the best bad team. And the Indians right now, I believe, are only 21-18. So they're doing about average. It's just that every other team in the division doesn't have a losing record. Now, the Twins lost to the Yankees a couple years ago. Surprise, surprise, everybody loses to the Yankees. But I do believe they had a lead. And I'm really rooting for the Twins this year to make it far, because I think it would be really interesting to see somebody else from the NL Central succeed. And it really looks like the Twins are succeeding right now. And if I'm not mistaken, which I might be, but I don't think I am, is that the Twins have the best record in baseball. Our next entry on this list is the Washington Nationals. Now, I'm really hoping that they don't come back and win a championship, because I don't want them to be like the Capitals. But don't worry. If they do somehow come back from this, at least we have the Mets and Pirates and Mariners to laugh at. However, the Nationals are doing really bad, and personally, I think they've just wasted Bryce Harper's career and Steven Strasburg's career, as well as Max Scherzer's career. I mean, yeah, Max Scherzer came a little late, but they still wasted him, what he has left in the tank. And, I mean, you know, they went from losing 5 games to just not making the playoffs at all. And, I mean, they're not really a meme anymore. They're just really bad. But the next team we're going to be talking about is the San Diego Padres. And the Padres are really interesting because they're a young team that has been really bad for the last couple of years, but now they're actually second in the NL Central. Or the NL West, excuse me. And the Padres could be doing so well because of the Diamondbacks and Rockies' downward slope. We're going to be talking about the Rockies in a second, I think. And obviously, the only thing really holding them back is the Los Angeles Dodgers. And they've always been good, and the Padres have always actually done decent against them. So I'm really hoping that the Padres youth finally comes back, and it finally says, hey, we're going to go far in the playoffs. I don't know. I really think another team in the NL West is going to be making the playoffs. Of course, the next team we are going to be talking about is the Colorado Rockies, who are 19-21, and it doesn't look too bad being from the NL West, but considering you see that the Rockies have been, you know, competitive at least against the teams like the Cubs and Dodgers and Diamondbacks, they aren't doing too hot this year. So I wonder if they're going to make a turnaround this year or if they're going to stay where they are. I guess the story will be written through Trevor Story. Next we have the San Francisco Giants, and this isn't in unusual record. I mean, the Giants are usually terrible. It's just that their odd year terrible streak is continuing. Other than maybe years like 2013. Other than that, they've really been keeping to their odd terribleness. So, I don't know. I guess I hope for them to do better, but at the same time, it's kind of funny to see the trend go. Maybe next year they'll win a World Series. Who knows? Alright, so now we're talking about something that makes absolutely no sense to me. We're talking about a 6-13 team being the same thing as a 16-6 team the next day, as well as a team that had an ERA of 6 one day and an ERA of 3 the very next day. And of course, we are talking about none other than the Boston Red Sox. Now, the Red Sox obviously started off the season really struggling, and they've got this championship hangover, and it's kind of expected. A lot of teams go over this. What do I think about the Red Sox, and how are they going to go moving forward? It's very possible that their bullpen could collapse to, the way they were in the beginning of the season, considering that we may have to fall back yet again on our offense, which we have had to do the last couple of years. Do I think the Red Sox will make the playoffs? Sure, I guess. Maybe. I really couldn't tell you, actually, but it's probably not going to be a deep playoff run, and they're probably not winning the World Series. But with that, guys, that's it for this video, and this has been the Playbook Update Extended. I'm Howie.